Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a different time? Fighting in a war or saving people's lives? To be in love with a person you cannot be with? Or seeing everything that comes out of your head? While some can happen in real life, you can find them in movies. Movies can bring your imagination to life. You imagine yourselves as whatever character you want to be. But what makes a movie impactful? What makes a movie memorable? Do movies have to make you go over your edge of the seat? Or do movies visually open your eyes to the world? Or simply, do movies have to show you a sense of creativity that people have never seen before? Let me show and talk to you about films that are personal favorites of mine and movies that have inspiring, creative, and visual phenomenon. The first movie I'm going to talk about is West Side Story. The story of the film is based on the play of Romeo and Juliet. There are tensions between two gangs, the Jets and the Sharks. Along with the tension, a love is blossomed between Tony and Maria. Then there is tragedy at an end. This film earned 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Director, and the Best Original Skill. Some of the well-known actors that you may know is Natalie Wood, who played Maria, and Richard Ryman, who played Tony. Also, some of the things that you may recognize is some of the famous songs. Some of the famous songs you may have heard of is Somewhere, America, and Tonight. The next film I'm going to talk about is Schindler's List. This is a film that I really did but even though I was rather depressed about. The film is based on the story of Oskar Schindler, a German businessman who saved the lives of more than 1,000 Jews during the Holocaust by employing them in his factory. This film earned about 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and the Best Original Score. Some of the actors that you may know is Liam Neeson as Oskar Schindler, Ben Kingsley as Oscar Stern, and Ralph Fiennes as Amon Goon, or if I can say that right. Also, one of the well-knowns about this film of Schindler's List is the symbolism in the film. Steven Spielberg put his film in black and white because he wanted the movie to represent Holocaust itself, because Holocaust was life without life. Also, another symbolism in the film is the girl in red. It symbolized how members of the highest level of government in the United States knew the Holocaust was occurring, yet did nothing to stop it. The final film I'm going to talk about is Forrest Gump, which is one of my very personal favorites. The story despite several decades in the life of Forrest Gump, a slow-witted and naive but good-hearted and athletic prodigious man who witnesses and, in some cases, influenced some of the defining events of the 20th century of the United States. The film earned 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Visual Effects. Some of the well-known actors that you may know from this film would be Tom Hanks, who played Forrest Gump, Robin, who played Jenny, Gary Sinise, who played Lieutenant Dan Taylor, and Sally Fields, who played Mrs. Gump. This film was very known for its visual effects. If you notice that in some of the films, Forrest Gump was one of some of the deceased members of the United States. So, by using visual effects, they used CGS technique to have Gump meeting and deceive people. Hank was shot against a blue screen with markers to line up the architect footage. For voices, there were voice doubles and special effects used to alter lip syncing for the new dialogue. Other techniques used were chromosome keying, imaging warping, morphing, and rotoscoping. Also, Forrest Gump does include one of the very well-known famous movie quotes, which is, "Mama always said life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get." So, in conclusion, I have talked about some of my favorite films. These films are memorable because of the characters that were well played by actors and the famous quotes that were spoken by their characters. While movies can be memorable, they can be visually remarkable because of the people's creativity and its visual effects. People can bring out your emotion from being emotional to being angry. These movies have either impacted people's lives or simply were movies that people enjoyed. I recommend that you watch these movies because these movies are extraordinary.